Today, I want to share with you an important truth that will serve as a guiding principle in your journey towards success. Pain is only temporary. It is a simple statement, yet its implications are profound. Pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental, is an inevitable part of life. But what we often forget is that it's not permanent. It passes, and it is what we do with that pain that determines the future we build. You see, pain comes to us all. It might be the pain of failure, the pain of discipline, or even the pain of loss. But no matter its form, pain is always a signal of growth. Every time we stretch ourselves beyond what is comfortable, there will be discomfort. But let me remind you of this: pain is not the problem. The real challenge is how we respond to it. Understand that pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, an hour, or even a season of life, but eventually it will fade. What stays with us is the strength, wisdom, and growth we gain from persevering through it. If you quit when you face difficulty, you'll carry the regret far longer than the pain itself. Imagine the weight of regret compared to the temporary discomfort of effort. It is always heavier. Consider the power of perseverance. When we face adversity, when the road seems tough and the challenge insurmountable, that's when we must remind ourselves that pain is a passing phase. Those who push forward in the face of pain, those who endure, are the ones who ultimately reap the rewards of success. Success is not a result of ease, it is a result of enduring and overcoming hardship. What pain teaches us is resilience. It builds our emotional and mental fortitude. It shapes our character, creating individuals capable of withstanding life's storms. We become stronger with each challenge, more confident with each victory over pain. This is where true growth happens, not in the absence of struggle, but in the midst of it. And here's the beauty of this truth: after every trial, after every hardship, there comes a reward. Whether it is the satisfaction of a job well done, the achievement of a long-held dream, or simply the internal knowledge that you did not give up, there is always something valuable on the other side. Beyond the pain lies a greater version of yourself. So the next time pain enters your life, don't shrink away from it. Embrace it as a temporary visitor here to teach you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for what's next. And remember, pain is only temporary, but the rewards of persistence are eternal. Pain is an integral part of the human experience. From the moment we are born, we encounter discomfort in various forms. Physical pain, emotional distress, mental fatigue, these are all realities we cannot escape. However, while many view pain as something to avoid, it is crucial to understand that pain serves a vital purpose in our personal growth and development. In fact, it is often through pain that we experience the most profound and transformative changes in our lives. Consider the simple act of learning something new. Whether it's mastering a skill, adopting a new habit, or even trying to change an old behavior, the process almost always involves some form of discomfort or struggle. This discomfort is, in essence, a kind of pain. When we push our minds and bodies beyond their current limits, they naturally resist. But this resistance is necessary for growth. Without it, we remain stagnant, never advancing toward our full potential. Let's take the example of physical training. When an athlete trains, they experience muscle soreness, fatigue, and sometimes even injuries. These are painful experiences, yet they are part of the process that ultimately leads to greater strength, endurance, and physical capability. The body grows stronger through this cycle of stress and recovery. If the athlete avoids pain by not pushing themselves, they will never reach their full potential. In the same way, life, avoiding discomfort limits our growth. Pain, in this context, is not the enemy, it is the mechanism through which improvement is achieved. This concept applies beyond the physical realm. Emotional pain, for example, is often the result of change, loss, or failure. These experiences can be devastating in the moment, yet they offer some of the most valuable lessons we will ever learn. When we face emotional pain, we are forced to confront our vulnerabilities, our weaknesses, and our limitations. It is through this confrontation that we develop resilience, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Each time we endure emotional pain, we emerge on the other side stronger, more self-aware, and better equipped to handle future challenges. Similarly, mental or intellectual pain often arises when we are stretching ourselves to learn something new or solve a complex problem. It is that feeling of frustration, confusion, or mental exhaustion that many of us experience when we're pushing our cognitive abilities. However, it's in these moments of struggle that our brains are literally rewiring themselves to accommodate new knowledge or ways of thinking. The mental strain, though uncomfortable, is essential for intellectual growth. It challenges us to move beyond what we already know and to expand our understanding of the world around us. The point is that pain, in all its forms, is a signal of growth. It tells us that we are on the verge of becoming more than we currently are. Rather than something to be feared or avoided, pain should be viewed as a natural part of the growth process. In fact, some of the most successful and fulfilled individuals in life are those who have learned to embrace pain as a necessary step on the path to achievement. They understand that every worthwhile endeavor, whether it be building a business, cultivating a meaningful relationship, or mastering a new skill, comes with its share of discomfort. But they also know that this discomfort is temporary, and that on the other side of it lies success, fulfillment, and personal evolution. Of course, this is not to say that pain is easy to endure. It is called pain for a reason. It is uncomfortable, unpleasant, and at times overwhelming. But when we shift our perspective to see pain as a temporary challenge rather than a permanent obstacle, we empower ourselves to move through it with courage and determination. We come to realize that each instance of pain is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to learn more about ourselves, to refine our character, and to strengthen our resolve. In the end, pain is an essential part of the process of becoming our best selves. It forces us out of our comfort zones and pushes us toward new heights. Without pain, there is no growth, no progress, no improvement. By recognizing pain as a temporary but vital part of our journey, we can face it with a sense of purpose and use it to fuel our personal transformation. Instead of running from pain, we must learn to embrace it as a teacher, guiding us toward the success and fulfillment we seek in life. Pain is an inevitable part of life, but it's crucial to remember that it is also temporary. While pain can be overwhelming in the moment, understanding its temporary nature can shift our perspective on how we handle it. Pain, in whatever form, physical, emotional, or mental, comes and goes. What remains is how we respond to it and the lessons we learn from enduring it. If we can internalize the idea that pain is fleeting, we become better equipped to face life's challenges without being consumed by them. Pain often feels larger than life because in the moment it's hard to see beyond it. Whether it's the pain of losing a loved one, the physical pain of an injury, or the emotional toll of failure, it can feel as though it will last forever. But the reality is that pain is transient. Our bodies and minds are designed to heal. Emotional wounds, just like physical ones, take time, but they eventually mend. The key is to understand that no matter how intense pain might feel, it is not permanent. Knowing this doesn't make the pain go away instantly, but it gives us the strength to endure because we realize that there's an end in sight. This understanding is a powerful tool in how we approach difficulties. When faced with a challenge that involves discomfort or hardship, the immediate reaction for many people is avoidance. We are wired to seek comfort and avoid situations that cause us distress. But if we can accept that the pain we experience is not everlasting, we can confront challenges more directly. In fact, many of life's greatest achievements and successes come on the other side of pain. Think about anyone who has achieved something significant. More often than not, their journey was filled with obstacles and moments of suffering. But they pushed through because they knew the pain was a temporary part of their process, not the defining feature of it. Consider the journey of someone training for a marathon. In the early stages, the pain of running long distances might feel unbearable. Their muscles ache, their body resists the strain, and the temptation to quit is strong. But experienced runners know that this discomfort is temporary. They understand that the body will adapt, and the pain will eventually subside as their endurance builds. This knowledge allows them to push through, knowing that relief is not far away and that on the other side of this temporary pain, lies a sense of accomplishment and progress. Similarly, in our personal and professional lives, we encounter situations that challenge us emotionally and mentally. Whether it's the struggle to learn a new skill, adapt to a new environment, or cope with a setback, we often experience feelings of frustration, self-doubt, or sadness. In these moments, it's easy to think that the discomfort will never end. But just like physical pain, emotional and mental pain is also temporary. Time heals, experience shapes us, and eventually the challenges we face today will seem distant and manageable in hindsight. What matters is that we stay the course, knowing that the pain will pass and that the rewards of persistence will far outlast the temporary discomfort. One of the greatest dangers in life is allowing temporary pain to dictate our long-term decisions. When we face pain, there's a natural instinct to seek immediate relief by quitting or avoiding the situation altogether. But the cost of doing so is often much greater than the pain itself. Quitting in the face of pain may bring short-term comfort, but it leads to long-term regret. This regret can linger far longer than the pain we initially sought to escape. On the other hand, those who endure temporary pain often find themselves rewarded with long-lasting satisfaction, growth, and success. The discomfort fades, but the benefits of perseverance remain. This principle applies to many areas of life. Whether you're building a career, cultivating a relationship, or pursuing a personal goal, you will encounter moments of difficulty. In these moments, it's important to remind yourself that pain is temporary, but the rewards of enduring it are lasting. Each time you push through, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of handling future challenges. The next time you face pain, instead of retreating or giving up, remember that this discomfort is not a permanent state. It's a necessary step in the process of growth and achievement. By recognizing pain as temporary, we free ourselves from the fear and paralysis that often accompany it. We gain the ability to focus not on the immediate discomfort, but on the long-term benefits of pushing through it. Pain is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define us. What defines us is how we respond to it. And when we understand that pain is only temporary, we gain the power to endure with patience, purpose, and strength. One of the most important lessons in life is understanding the difference between pain and regret. Pain is temporary, comes and goes. Regret, however, can last a lifetime. When faced with challenges that cause discomfort or hardship, many of us instinctively want to avoid the pain. But by choosing to avoid short-term pain, we often invite long-term regret, which is far more difficult to live with. This contrast between temporary pain and the enduring weight of regret is a key principle that shapes how we should approach difficulties and opportunities in life. Consider a simple but powerful example: the discipline required to reach a goal. Whether it's pursuing an education, starting a business, or achieving a personal milestone like losing weight or learning a new skill, all of these endeavors involve some level of pain or discomfort. It might be the pain of waking up early to study, the mental exhaustion of problem solving, the physical strain of exercise, or the emotional toll of facing failure or setbacks. In these moments, the pain feels real and the temptation to quit is strong. It's easy to tell ourselves, this is too hard, or I'll try again another time. But in the long run, if we give up because of the temporary pain, what we are left with is regret for the opportunities missed, for the dreams unfulfilled, and for the person we could have become if we had only pushed through. Regret, unlike pain, lingers. It doesn't simply fade away with time. It stays with us, often quietly, sometimes loudly, reminding us of what could have been. The opportunities we let slip by due to our fear of discomfort are the very things that lead to a deeper, more enduring sense of loss. When you reflect on the times in your life when you gave up or avoided a challenge because it was too painful, what remains is the lingering thought, what if I had tried a little harder? What if I had endured just a bit more? What could my life have been like? In contrast, the pain of discipline or effort, while difficult in the moment, fades once the goal is achieved. The exhaustion, the stress, the discomfort, it all subsides. What replaces it is a sense of accomplishment, pride, and personal growth. That temporary pain is a small price to pay for the lasting satisfaction that comes from knowing you did not give up, that you gave it your all, and that you faced your challenges head on. This is the kind of pain that is worth enduring because it leads to a future free of regret. One of the hardest truths to accept is that nothing worth having comes without some form of pain. Whether it's the effort required to build a career, maintain a relationship, or improve oneself, there will always be moments of discomfort. But these moments are temporary. They are fleeting obstacles on the path to something greater. In contrast, when we choose to avoid the discomfort, we essentially trade short-term comfort for long-term dissatisfaction. Regret grows over time, and unlike pain, it often becomes heavier as the years pass. Regret is not just about missed opportunities or unfulfilled potential. It's also about the realization that we could have been stronger, more resilient, or more disciplined if only we had embraced the temporary pain. The pain we face in pursuit of our goals builds character strength and resilience. It teaches us patience and perseverance. It forces us to confront our weaknesses and push beyond our limitations. When we avoid this pain, we also avoid the growth that comes with it. And over time, the regret of not becoming the person we could have been far outweighs the discomfort we initially sought to avoid. Think of pain and regret as two sides of a scale. On one side is the temporary pain of effort, discipline, and perseverance. It's heavy in the moment, but over time it becomes lighter and eventually disappears. On the other side is regret, which may seem light at first because it offers the comfort of avoidance. But as time goes on, regret becomes heavier and more difficult to bear. The weight of what could have been becomes harder to shake, and we are left wondering what we might have accomplished had we been willing to endure the temporary discomfort. The choice between pain and regret is one we face every day. Do we take the easy path, avoiding pain and seeking immediate comfort, only to face regret later? Or do we embrace the challenges, knowing that the pain we endure now is temporary and will ultimately lead to a future free of regret? The answer is clear: short-term pain is a far better bargain than a lifetime of wondering what might have been. At the end of the day, the pain we face is not our enemy, it's a necessary part of the journey towards success, fulfillment, and growth. Regret, on the other hand, is far more insidious. It steals our potential and leaves us with the haunting reminder of opportunities lost. By choosing to endure the temporary pain, we give ourselves the chance to live a life without regret. A life full of achievements and satisfaction. The choice is ours to make, but it's important to remember pain is temporary, but regret can last forever. Perseverance in the face of pain is one of the most critical factors in achieving success. Pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental, is something everyone experiences in life. It is easy to let pain stop us, to give in when things get hard. But those who choose to persevere in spite of it are the ones who ultimately reach their goals. The ability to endure and keep moving forward, even when faced with discomfort or hardship, is what separates those who succeed from those who fall short. Perseverance is not about avoiding pain, but rather about pushing through it, recognizing that beyond the struggle lies progress and fulfillment. Pain often serves as a test, a measure of how committed we are to our goals. When faced with adversity, the temptation to quit can be overwhelming. It is human nature to seek comfort, and pain is a clear sign that we are stepping outside of our comfort zone. But stepping outside that zone is precisely where growth occurs. If we only pursue what is easy and comfortable, we limit ourselves to a life of mediocrity. True achievement requires us to persevere through moments of doubt, frustration, and even failure. Each time we push through the pain, we build resilience, and this resilience becomes the foundation upon which future success is built. Perseverance is not a one-time decision, it's a daily commitment. Every day, life presents us with challenges that test our resolve. These challenges can be small or large, but each one requires a choice. Do we give up because it's hard, or do we push forward in spite of the difficulty? The decision to persevere is what allows us to progress, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or fraught with obstacles. The pain we feel in these moments is temporary, but the rewards of perseverance are lasting. By continuing to push forward, we inch closer to our goals, and eventually the pain gives way to progress. In fact, many of the most successful people in history attribute their achievements not to extraordinary talent, but to their ability to persevere when others gave up. Success in any endeavor is rarely a straight path. It is filled with detours, setbacks, and moments of doubt. What separates those who achieve their goals from those who do not is the willingness to keep going when things get tough. Perseverance is what allows people to rise above their circumstances and turn failures into stepping stones. It is the refusal to let pain be the end of the story, but instead to see it as part of the journey. Take, for example, the process of building a business. Entrepreneurs often face countless setbacks, whether it's financial struggles, competition, or even self-doubt. The early stages of a business are often marked by long hours, uncertainty, and stress. In these moments, the pain of failure or the fear of it can feel overwhelming. But those who succeed are the ones who persevere through the tough times, believing that their effort will eventually pay off. They understand that the discomfort they feel is temporary and that if they keep pushing forward, they will eventually reach their goals. It's not that they don't feel the pain, they simply choose not to be defeated by it. This principle applies not just to business, but to every area of life. Whether you're pursuing a personal goal, working on a relationship, or striving to improve yourself, there will be moments when it feels easier to quit than to keep going. But perseverance in these moments is what brings about transformation. The pain of discipline, effort, or sacrifice may feel unbearable at times, but it is precisely in these moments that growth happens. Each time you persevere, you strengthen your ability to face challenges and push beyond your limits. Perseverance also teaches us the value of patience. Achieving anything meaningful takes time, and along the way there will be moments when progress feels slow or non-existent. In these moments, the pain of not seeing immediate results can be discouraging. But those who persevere understand that progress is often invisible at first. The effort we put in today may not bear fruit immediately, but over time it compounds. Perseverance is the belief that consistent effort, despite the pain, will eventually lead to success. Perseverance is empowering. Each time we overcome a challenge, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of handling more than we thought possible. This builds confidence and self-esteem, which in turn fuels our ability to take on even greater challenges in the future. The more we persevere, the stronger we become, and the more likely we are to achieve our goals. In the end, perseverance in the face of pain is not just about achieving external success, it's about developing the internal strength to handle whatever life throws our way. Pain is a part of life, but it doesn't have to be the end of the story. By choosing to persevere, we turn pain into progress and transform adversity into achievement. Perseverance teaches us that pain is temporary, but the rewards of enduring it are lasting and deeply fulfilling.